What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be throwing on some longer studs onto the 240SX, my fastback, which is outside, so that way I can run the emits. The reason why is because I was running a thicker spacer on there to clear the brakes, which is more than enough that I needed, but it's just what I had laying around. Because the emits don't clear the Z32 calipers that I have on there, which if you guys don't know is a lot more thicker or bigger than your standard size 240 front brakes. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on a smaller spacer. I ordered a smaller spacer, but if you notice, this is a slip-on hub-centric spacer, meaning it doesn't come with the studs pressed in. And the reason being for that is because it's such a skinny spacer that, you know, essentially you would have way too much stud sticking out and it'll hit the back of the wheel. So to remedy that, we are going to be replacing the original studs that's on the car right now with longer studs. If you look how long this is compared to your standard size, it's about a good inch bigger. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put this on the car and then just have this slip right over it. That way we have a bunch of threads for the nut to bite onto. That way we don't have to run essentially a bolt-on spacer. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to be working on the car outside of the garage because Christine is actually finishing up her faces. If you guys haven't watched this video yet, it should have been up on the channel, so make sure you guys go check it out. Christine is working really hard on her car, trying to get it finished, and we're really close. But like I said, we're going to be working on the car right here. Let's go ahead and get this car up in the air, and then we can start taking off the wheels and taking out the studs. So if you see the spacer that I'm running, this is, I believe it's like a 2-inch spacer. There's nothing wrong with running a 2-inch spacer, but if you guys saw the previous video when we loaded up the car up in the trailer, the wheels stick out way too much for the trailer.
It's too wide.
I use a U-Haul trailer, it's really narrow. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put a smaller spacer on here so that we can clear the brakes. Go. So to do it, it's actually pretty simple. You're literally just going to take off the caliper, which should be 2 17 bolts right on the back side. 17 or 19? Then you can literally pull the whole assembly right off. Just like that. Again. So it's pretty simple to take the wheel stud off. We're just gonna put a nut on the end of the stud. Get your hammer. Tap it a couple times and as you guys will see, it'll come right out. So before I do every single one, I'm gonna go ahead and test the new one so that way I know I got the right part to begin with. So make sure the threads are the same, it bolts up correctly, Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this through. I'm gonna go ahead and I have a socket that fits over here like that, and then it's still a little bit too long, or let me see. Oh, that should work. Then I'm just gonna take my impact or my gun. I'm just gonna tighten it down until the back end gets pulled through and sits flush against the wheel hub. Ready? Simple, it's done. So let me show you guys. If you look, the stud is now sitting flush against the actual wheel hub right there. So if you guys look at the difference, it's actually pretty long. So we're gonna go ahead and do the rest of these real quick. Just like that, we got extended studs on the car. So while I have everything apart, I know I got a lot of questions about my camber setup. I do have extended lower control arms, which essentially push the bottom of the wheel out more. But I also went ahead and drilled it out. But a lot of the techniques that everybody uses in the 240 community is slotting this bolt hole. The reason why I went ahead and just drilled a straight hole is so that way there's no chance of it slipping. Right now I have it drilled out to the maximum amount of camber that this can be pushed in. So right now I have it set all the way negative on the top hat, and I put this back to the stock location. But with this bolt in that hole right there, I essentially get negative 19, and I could probably squeeze in a negative degree or two with it all the way negative. So it'll be about 20, 21, I think, on the iPhone alignment gauge. We took the car out to the drift event, as you guys seen, and I do have a lot of rubbing right here. I tried to bash it in a little bit. I will probably have to cut this out, but I feel a little guilty, especially because, you know, it's very rare to find 240s not cut up nowadays. This car is actually a full car, besides the fact that I cut the fenders in the rear. So if I do end up cutting this out, I will probably chop this whole well out right here, and then I'm probably gonna do like a full harness relocation like we did to Christine's car. So if you guys seen the last video, we went ahead and took the car out to Thunder Hill, and it did pretty well. I had some slight issues with fueling and stuff like that, so we're gonna correct that with a tune. I'm probably gonna go with RS Empathy, just a chip tune for now, because that's what fits in my budget. Or, well, Christine actually already bought me an ECU that's already chipped, so I just need to get it sent in to Martin over at RS Empathy, and then get it retuned for the specifics on this engine itself. I want to say that we're going to be doing that soon, but this car isn't going to be drifting for another month or two while we go ahead and get Christine's car ready, because we're going to take her car to the next event. So let's go ahead and throw this brake caliper back on and make sure that everything fits. All right, moment of truth. Let's go ahead and put the hub centric spacer on. Now, put the wheel on. Okay, I think it's good, guys. So I just finished the other side. So you seen me do this side, but I did the other side off camera just because it's a lot faster. And as you guys can see, the car is ready to go back on the ground. So let's go ahead and lower it. There we go, guys. We got the emits on there. She fits nicely. She clears the brakes. So that's pretty much gonna sum up the video. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit the thumbs up button if you like what you guys seen. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. It'll help us reach more people out there on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for supporting what me and Christine have been doing on the channel. We really, really appreciate you guys. We'll catch you in the next one, all right? Peace out and stay good.